Yeah, and then I sent to you guys.
Ms. Heidi said bring an upload and write everything down, but I feel like that'll take
Yeah.
a little while.
Yeah, that will help too, but you still got that little the SOP that I gave you guys, right?
Yeah, it's pretty
So
much.
you guys have an idea what's going on?
And then
Okay.
also,
I just don't know. It's just like green and orange.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. So basically, what we do here, this is the purification side. So what happened? It comes from the synthesis. So what they do is like they have a bunch of amino acid. The customer order like a sequence with multiple amino acids. So they use a resin, and then they use a program with all the reagent to put that together.
Okay.
So what they do, the peptide is actually made on the resin. Then they cleave that. They cleave the peptide from the resin.
cleaving means just.
Well, cleaving means separating, pretty much. Yeah. So you separate from the resin from the peptide.
Okay.
Then when you get a peptide, that's when. Remember, you do like the QC and all. Yeah, that's the actual peptide that you get. So yeah, and that you do the QC. When the QC is good, meaning you actually see the peptide, that's when you give it to us for us to purify. So now this is how it works. This is what we use. This is the old one that you see on the paper. I say old equipment. This is the old purifiers. This one right here. So at this point, it's off. That's why you see these two lights. This one is running. This is an analytical. We're talking purifiers first. Okay, so this is when it's off, this is how it's supposed to look. If it's on, it's gonna be green, just like in the SOP that
Does
you.
it turn off on its own or?
No, we turn it off, and I'll show you that part. Matter of fact, here you go. Let me show you that part. So, like for now, so this is a program that we use, right? It says LC solution. In this case, this is number 14, which is that one over there. So if I click on it,
Turns on.
you're gonna hear a sound. Okay, that means it's communicating. The computer's communicating to the equipment.
Okay.
So you see 14, and then you see ready, meaning the communication, which is this is right here. It's already connected, but in order for that light to turn on to be green, I have to actually start the pump, which you start. You see that little green button here, which says pump on, pump off. So if I press that, it's supposed to turn green, and it turned green.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what I do once I get my peptide, I do what I'm supposed to do. I run it, and then I recover everything it needs. So meaning this is the column, so I shoot it here, it goes through the column, and then these are the mobile phases. This pushes it through the column, and then it separates. So there's a program that already tells them to separate in mass, affinity, so it knows what to do, and then the detector is gonna see the actual peptide that I need, and then they're gonna start dumping everything in these little tubes.
Okay.
Alright, so at the end of the day, when I collect, I do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm ready to shut it down. I come here, then I push here where it says shut down.
you don't turn it off. You just push it down.
No, okay, I'm just putting a cursor right there, so shut down. If I press on it, it's gonna tell you. Yes, I just say okay, and then there's a shutdown method already.
Okay.
So all you do, you press OK. For the most part, you guys not gonna do this, but this is what
You usually do to
us,
turn it
yeah,
off.
the analyst, we do at the end of the day to shut down the equipment.
There's
So
something that's missing.
when I shut it down, you'll notice that now it goes off. So that's the difference in your paperwork between on and off, and this is how you shut it down. In case if you see it on, you just open the computer, you go to the shutdown, and then you just click on it.
What was that first button before the green one that you push?
Okay, so to turn it on, it's right here where it says pump on, the green one. Green, meaning on, and then off, shut down, off, red.
Okay. Well, you did something before that though. I guess.
No, that's us. That's our program. Like when we go here
Oh, that's it.
to access the programs, don't worry about that one. This is us.
Because if anything like a bit would be on that screen
Yeah.
would be popped up. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't have that screen. So So the only screen you're gonna have, because we always leave this on this page, it's like when it's off. In this case, this one is running, which is the analytical. So in this case, the one we just shut off is this one. It's always gonna be, the page is gonna look like this, ready, but it's off because we shut it down. All right, so
And that's the end of that.
that's the end as far as what we do. So your job now is gonna be like at night, so you come through, you just double check to make sure, it's off, So you just do a walkthrough pretty much.
Oh, it's off.
Yeah, like you normally do your walkthrough to check other things, you do the same thing over here just to make sure like everything is off. So normally what I do, I go around. This one is still running, so you're gonna see that blue light that's on your paperwork. It says blue and then red.
Yeah.
This is for the analytical. This is one of them.
Just one. This one right here.
Yeah, that means it's shutting down now. If it was on, it's gonna be blue.
And then to turn this one off, just button.
No, to turn it on, the same thing. Everything is a software control, so you don't have to worry about turning it on and off. So if it's on, then you come here, and it's the same thing too. The only difference here, right here, is the pump on, but the shutdown is still the same.
Okay.
The shutdown is still the same, just like the other one. So if you click on here, it's gonna shut down, and then you just click OK, and then it's just gonna turn it to that light that you have right now. Okay. So you do your walkthrough just to make sure everything is turned off. Also, just double check because these lines, they have the tendency to just pop out sometimes, and they be sometimes leaking. So just be mindful of the lines and everything. Yeah. So yeah, you just do a walkthrough, just making sure everything is turned off, which is what I do every night. So normally I do it. Yeah. So normally I do it, so I make sure like everybody because normally they do a pretty good job at it. They turn everything off, but just in case sometimes, we might forget, you just do a walkthrough, a total walkthrough. So it's everything, supposed to be off. And every equipment is controlled by one computer. What you see just a bunch of
Shut down button.
they all open. Like in this case, it's sleep, meaning it's closed. It's in sleep, so shutdown button still right there, same button. See like a yellow icon right there?
If not,
Yeah, that's how you know it's a shutdown. But if you put the cursor on it, it tells you shutdown. And this one is the on.
If you put the mouse on that, it'll all read.
Yeah, when
something, right?
each one of them, like if I put a mouse there, save, print. So if you put a mouse on it, it tell you what it is.
We'll get that video too.
So,
I'll be going.
but like I said, you don't have to worry about that part. You shouldn't have to worry about that
Yeah.
part because this is what we do. We shut it down. Yeah, you just make sure like everything. Now, if it's on, that's when you have to worry about try to turn it off. But if you're not sure, you can always call me or call HIP or call anybody that in the lab. Yeah,
Just
to make sure. Yeah,
Shut down.
yeah.
Turn this on, right?
yeah. So every night, this is how it's supposed to look. Shut down. It's supposed to look orange. If it looks green, that means something is running.
Okay.
All right. Now, the only thing.
Generally not supposed to, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When we go home, everything is shut down. Everything is red or orange like that. So if it's green, that means somebody forgot to shut it down and the pump is on.
it's not. Y'all never run anything like overnight or anything.
That's what we're going to. Like this one are running. This is the analytical. This also is on your SOP. These are not green. It's like blue, orange. It's blue when it's running, and then it's orange when it's turned off. So we're running program. So here's a perfect example. This is blue. It's running. This is orange. It's off. So these two are off. These two gonna run overnight. So when we let a program run overnight, we already put it on shutdown. If you notice.
So shut down its own.
Yeah, look, there's 1, 2, 3 shutdowns already. Meaning after this program, when the program is done, the computer is gonna shut down everything.
Okay. Kind of like earlier.
Yeah. So now the only difference with this, you have to do a double shutdown. at least.
Just to.
If you do a single shutdown, it's gonna turn just the lamp off, and then the pump is gonna still be running.
Oh, okay.
So now, if you hear that click, if you come around and you hear that click, if it's red, orange, but you hear that click, that means the pump is still running. You have to go ahead and shut it down.
Only did it one time.
Yeah.
It's
So
supposed to be twice.
yeah. So, but if you come around and you hear tick, and then it's still orange, that means the pump is still running. Go ahead and give him another shutdown. Okay. So this is the analytical.
Report that or?
Yes, report that. Well, I mean, we don't really know who forget to do it, but you can always report. Like on QuickPays, I show you guys, you have to report it. This machine wasn't properly shut down. Then we're gonna. Yeah, we already set you guys up. We already set you up.
That sheet that he made us, it's on the
Yeah.
there too.
We'll go to the QuickBase too real quick.
I
So
don't think I got that.
No, right now they forget it.
Oh,
okay, so and this is the
quick something and the other one.
this one at the Maldives.
Oh,
It's
both
so.
quick.
These are the Maldives. They're also in your SOP that I sent you. You're familiar with the Maldives. So the only thing with the Maldives, just make sure at the end of the night that there's no plate inside. So always double check to make sure.
Just turn it on, like open door. And
No,
go from there.
yeah, but this one you access, you go your try the Shimatsu. Because it's on a self shut off. So you go to open door, and everything is automatic. It's gonna open on its own.
I thought some was green and bluish for some reason.
It has to be green. Remember, green means it's on. So every time you have a green, that means you're good to go. But if it's red, see, like right now it's green, up and up. I just used it, so I took my plate already out.
Okay.
So,
And then how do you know if there's a pit? You just pull it out. or
this
is
thing
it
right here goes in here.
One that sticks out.
It goes like that.
Oh, okay.
Then when it's ready, just take it off. And then when you click, you come to the computer, and the computer is gonna give you the go to close the door because it's not really closed right now.
Okay.
So you just go, you confirm, and then it's gonna close the door.
Lock.
So ideally, you wanna do for you familiar with that, so you can always show him. Ideally, you do for that one and do for this one. Yeah, just make sure all the plates are out. There's no plate inside.
Yeah, sometimes they leave them in there.
Yeah, they always leave it on there, but you have to make sure the plates are out.
Okay.
So the second, some of the stuff they always forget also is the hot plates. Like right now, it's on, so you always make sure your hot plate are turned off. And I always double check at the end of the night before I leave. So this is off, this is on high, on low, that's off.
Oh, off in the middle. Okay. So
This is on low, off, on high, off. Same thing. On high, off, on low, off. Okay? So
And then that one, you had it on there too, I think. One of those.
this one is just you the shakes. Stop. So yeah.
The shaker's the one I think.
So this again, these are the old purifiers. You know, these are the old analytical. The principle is still the same. That means they're off, and the software also the same. If you see something on, somebody show me where your shutdown. That's your shutdown, the yellow icon, and then this is
The yellow net. Okay.
yeah, and this is your pump on, pump off.
Let's
And sometimes if you press this button, the green button, that's gonna turn everything on too.
okay, so
Yeah.
first that the yellow one,
This one right here,
this one.
that's the
and-
shutdown.
And then which one is the one?
No, this one will turn your pump on. This one or this one, these two will turn your pump on. This is your shutdown.
Okay. And sometimes you say it'll be on, right? So we'll try.
No, I'm not saying something. I'm saying normally we turn it off before we leave. But if you're doing your round and then you see that it's green, that means it's on.
Oh, okay.
So you have to turn it off.
Gotcha.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much the main main issue here. So just a walkthrough, just making sure all the equipment has been shut off. Make sure the hot plates are off. Make sure the moldy plates are out.
And the shakers, put over there, I guess.
Yeah, normally the shakers they're always off because they're on the touch base. So yeah, shaker. I mean, somebody might leave the shaker on.
Yeah, I see
Just turn it up. Yeah.
So turn them off, but they have stuff on there.
No, okay. If the shakers are running and somebody's running something, don't touch it. Like for example here. This is a stir plate. Somebody's running something. So just leave it like that. Don't bother it. Here's a shaker. Changbo is probably running something. Don't touch it. Just leave it like that. But if there's nothing and it's just shaking on its own, then you can turn it off. But if there's a sample on it, that means somebody's running a reaction.
Okay.
So don't touch it.
There's the off button.
I mean, it don't matter what they're running some. Yeah, here's the button right there to turn it on and turn it off. Yeah. So,
Pretty basic.
yeah. So now let's go to the lyophilization room. So what happened when we purify here? We have liquids, right?
Yeah.
So
There's powder, right?
now first we have liquids. Now we're gonna turn. In order to turn those liquids into powder, which is what the customer wants, we come here. Okay. This is the minus 40 that I put in your SOP. So, perfect example. I did my sample. I put them here. This is how they're supposed to look now. They're all frozen. They're ice frozen. So what I'm gonna do is, if you can close that, please. So we get these glass containers. You take like 10 of them, 10 to 12.
Kind of like a lid on the.
Yeah, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna lyophilize it. So, you wanna hold the camera for me? So, what we're gonna lyophilize meaning we put them here in the tree. This is the tree one.
The tree?
Yeah, this is the tree, that's the conventional one. Okay, this is the tree. We got one here, we got another one in the back.
Okay.
Okay, so, yeah, so what I do, I put it here, then I seal it. You hear that? So that means the vacuum is running through it.
And they're off. You have to like that.
Yeah, this is meaning it's sealed, that's released.
Okay.
So what's the other one? So here's what we do. We put it here. Then we get this one.
And you check the.
No, this is the program is already set.
Okay.
Yeah, the vacuum is already running status vacuum. The condenser, that's the one that chill everything. You don't have to touch anything here.
Okay.
Unless if there's like a power outage or whatever, then you can come and reset. But we'll show you guys how to do that with the power outage. So but at night, what you need to do is just come here, just make sure everything is sealed. Because sometimes they come in, they just leave it open, there's nothing in there, it's just gonna melt.
Yeah,
Everything's gonna melt.
Yeah, we kind of do that over there on this side. So.
Yeah, so
They're kind of familiar with that. But,
now
yeah.
this one run on vacuum only, meaning it's gonna suck all the moisture to give you that powder, but it's doing only through the vacuum. That one uses heat.
Yeah.
So let me show you. Yeah. Yeah. So this one uses heat. Like for now I'm running this one, but since it's the weekend, nobody's gonna be there, I'm not gonna turn on the heat. I'm just gonna have it act like the tree one. It's just gonna work on the vacuum. It's just gonna use the vacuum. Huh?
Still do it, but slower or.
Nah, it just let's say slower, because with the heat it just accelerate the process a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
So but right now it's just using the vacuum. It's not gonna use the heat. So when you want to turn the heat, you see what it says power. You just go on. The best thing you give him some power. But the principle is the same. You're loading. You up. This is your vacuum. You turn on your vacuum. You close the door and then you check to make sure it's sealed, and then you start the vacuum. On this one, you have to start the vacuum. Yeah, so again, you're not gonna do that, but I'm just giving you an example. So I put the sample in, right? And then I seal the door, I open the vacuum, and then I start the vacuum. Because it comes from outside, the vacuum comes in the system, but it's not gonna be in the system until you turn it on. So when you turn it on, you seal it. If you don't seal it, it's gonna start leaking. So it's gonna leak out of here. Because at the end, when it's done, you turn off the heat, you open the vacuum to seal it to open the door. Because it's under pressure.
So that's to release the pressure.
Yeah, that's to release the pressure to unlock the door.
But I know like sometimes you have us do the heat from the.
Yeah, the heat is just, remember the heat is to accelerate because we're actually trying to do like, if we do it today, tomorrow we want to be able to ship it. Yeah, so it's ready to ship. So that's why we use the heat to accelerate the process. Like, yeah, but like, yeah, like mostly mine take 2 days because I'm the only one at night. So I already load this around 5, 6 o'clock. So when I'm done around 10 o'clock now, I can use this, but I don't. I just use the tray one, and then I let it run a day or two to make sure everything's completely dry. Yeah.
Okay. Whether using the tree or this one right here, is it just like?
Well, the difference is this is like accelerate the process. The tree is a little slower. You still can pick it up after a day, but it's probably gonna still be wet. That's why we let it go an extra. Yeah. But with the heat, it just accelerates and make sure everything is dry, completely dry overnight. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Well, these are for Miriam for the amino acid. She concentrate, dry, and everything. Normally, I keep up with these with her. So if they're running, that's why we got these. Yeah, if they're running, it says run, don't touch it. But if it's ready and everything is done, it's gonna be ready to use and stuff. So you don't really have to worry about these. Because also I'll take care of them before I leave. And if it's something I might ask you, hey, can you do this? Can you do that for me? Yeah. Like today they don't have anything, so there's really no example to show. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. So
I mean, we have more questions. I guess come back to.
yes, if you have any question, just let me know. You know what I mean? I'll try to put this video too to kind of give you guys an idea what's. I know it's a lot of things. You're not just gonna, remember everything today, but yeah. So we're just doing like a walkthrough. Make sure there's no leaks. Make sure there's no wire hanging out or something like that. Make sure all the equipment are turned down. Some equipment might be running. If you're not sure, just go ahead and do the shutdown just to see if it's on shutdown or not. You know what I mean? So most of the time by 1 or 2 o'clock should be done. So the last person who might come through still see some green. I mean, yeah, let somebody know. You know.
I mean, as far as I've been here, I haven't seen one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's because I try to keep up with everything, but sometimes I be daydreaming too, so I might forget something. So yeah, and I get busy sometimes, forget something. So just
don't hesitate. We're here. So,
yeah. So you guys are like the gatekeeper, pretty much, just to make sure like you do with the security of the building and all that stuff, just to make sure the equipment is also good.
Sure. Whenever
Okay.
I'm in the trail shop, check all the
Yeah.
machines or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to put this video together, post it on YouTube, and send it to you guys as a link. I also have some sign-up sheet, like everything that we talked about today. So your name is already in there, just the date, the signature, and then I give it to James, and James gonna upload in the system. Then again, it's that rule, you see something, you say something, or you do something about it, So, I mean, well, basically, this is our house, we want to keep it steady, and that's how we make money. We don't want something to happen to it, So, yeah.
You gotta take care of it.
Yeah, we have to take care. All right.
Cool.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you for the, yeah.